Hello, my name is Alyanna Regina. I am 19 years old and I am a performer from the Philippines. And what I do here is I perform at a theme park called Enchanted Kingdom. But due to the pandemic, I haven't been doing much productions with them yet, but I do shoot digital content with them from time to time. And what I regularly do right now is I do music and lifestyle content on the KUMU app through live streaming. So that's the things that I do. And also, I am a student jock at 99.5 Play FM. It is a local radio station here in Manila, and I am part of their student jock program. Oh, hold on. I think mashed potatoes. I have no idea why. Like, that was at the top of my head. Probably because it's a really easy food to eat. And I would usually like order it if it's available at restaurants. I would really get myself some mashed potatoes when I was a young kid. I guess it would be Ratatouille because it's the first movie that I ever watched in a cinema. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it came out in 2007. So, being able to watch in a different setting was really, really cool for me. And because of that movie, I mean, I'm not really like cooking isn't really like my biggest passion, but then, it's something that I really enjoy doing. And I kind of like discovered it after watching that movie. I think I was around like 5 or 6 years old when I saw that movie and I wanted to like experiment in the kitchen. Wow. Ooh, my own TV show. This is kind of hard to answer. I never really thought about it, I guess, if I had my own TV show. Do you know Can't Blame a Girl for Trying by Sabrina Carpenter? I guess it like really describes a whole lot of me, being a teenager, very klutzy and very just very quirky. And I think that really explains, me as who I am right now. Can't blame a girl for trying because sometimes, we do make mistakes. I mean, I'm still growing up. I'm 19 right now. I'm still in the process of really discovering myself. And sometimes you just can't blame a girl for trying. Here is one food that everybody should try. It is a Filipino dish with a twist. So if you guys are familiar with sinigang, it is tamarind soup, and it's sometimes matched with different things. Like sometimes there's fish sinigang, so that's fish and tamarind soup, or pork sinigang, that's pork in tamarind soup, and many other things. But the flavor of the tamarind soup mixed with fried rice, because sometimes to make this tamarind soup there are like different, you can get like bouillon that tastes like the tamarind soup, so you can mix that into your fried rice and then add the other ingredients of let's say pork sinigang. So that we call it sinigang sa sinangag, because sinangag translates to fried rice, and it's so good. It's like tamarind soup and fried rice. I mean, two amazing things mixed and mashed together. So that's just really, really good. And I love it when they make it here at home. A really good one. One of my acting mentors, acting coaches recommended this. It's called You Are a Badass. I actually have the copy back there in my bookshelf. I forgot the author, but it's a yellow book, and it's just pretty much like a self-help book about how to really live life on your own terms and be the boss of yourself. And I think that really helps a lot to empower people. So that one's a really, really good one. You Are a Badass. Yeah. Oh, I remember the author now of You Are a Badass, Jensen Sero. It's You Are a Badass by Jensen Sero. So I really, really recommend you guys to grab that book. It's like it's a yellow book. Daydreaming. Because I'm a very imaginative person, and I love daydreaming, not just about nothing, but sometimes what I can do next, like other content that I can do, or other projects that I can work on, or like food recipes I can work on. I love experimenting in the kitchen. So sometimes I daydream about that. Like I daydream about food, and then I daydream about other food that I can make. So yeah, I would say ooh, it can be here in the Philippines, the view of Taal Lake and Taal Volcano, because you can actually view it from Tagaytay. It's a city in the south of Luzon here in the island of Luzon here in the Philippines, and you can view Taal Lake and the Taal Volcano, and that is something just so beautiful and so serene to look at. It's one of our go-to places every Christmas. It's like a kind of tradition that me and my family have. On Christmas morning, we would go out early, go to mass in Tagaytay, and then after that, we would just look for a place where we can just look at the Taal Lake and the Taal Volcano. My favorite teacher growing up probably would be my mom because I pretty much learned everything from her. May it be, things about school when she was still like tutoring me when I was in preschool and elementary school, and then in my music life as well, because she's one of my like greatest inspirations when it comes to performing. Because my mom also, loved singing, dancing, and acting, and seeing her do those things, those are also part of her hobbies. And I grew up, to see her doing these things in like and probably like her company parties or family parties. And since she's one of my greatest influences, I think I would call her one of my favorite teacher in life, because if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have discovered all these things that I know and I learned about. Well, someone who inspires me, number one, would still be my mother, because up until now, that I'm quite big already, as they would say. I'm 19, but she's still there to really guide me towards the things that I'm doing, and she's really, really very supportive of everything that I do, and that is something that really inspires me, knowing that there is this one person who is constantly believing in me and supporting me.